Imagine this. The very ground you're standing on today was once a burning ball of fire. No trees, no humans, no animals, just ash, lava, and rock. But today, millions of forms of life exist here, including us, humans, who believe we rule this planet. But the real question is, where did we come from? Were we always here? Today, we're going to uncover every layer of these questions, from the birth of Earth to the rise of humanity. About 4.5 billion years ago, our solar system was nothing but a cloud of gas and dust. Meteorites rained down from the sky. Volcanoes erupted constantly. Rivers of lava flowed everywhere. The air was filled with toxic gases, and the sky was dark with smoke. There were no trees, no rivers, no life. Then, time changed everything. For millions of years, heavy rains poured down from the sky, so intense they cooled the burning surface. Water filled the craters, forming the first oceans. Slowly, lava cooled into solid land. For the first time, Earth began to calm down. But still, there was no life. And then something incredible happened. Deep in the oceans, near volcanic vents, chemicals, minerals, and heat combined in a mysterious way. Scientists believe this is where the first microscopic life forms were born. Tiny organisms invisible to the naked eye. These were Earth's first living beings. Over millions of years, these tiny organisms changed everything. One special type of bacteria, cyanobacteria, learned to use sunlight to make food. This process is called photosynthesis. And for the first time in history, oxygen was released. Yes, the same oxygen we breathe today. Slowly, oxygen filled the oceans and then the atmosphere. Earth's toxic air was becoming breathable. Life had truly begun. Now, the story reaches a turning point. Around 500 million years ago, some life forms began adapting to survive outside water. These were early amphibians, the first creatures to crawl onto land. This was the moment life stepped onto Earth. From there, evolution accelerated. Creatures grew larger. Some climbed trees, some ran on land, some flew in the sky. And then, about 230 million years ago, Earth was ruled by giants. Dinosaurs, massive, powerful creatures that dominated the planet for over 160 million years. But then, disaster struck. A massive asteroid hit Earth, wiping out the dinosaurs completely. And from that destruction came opportunity. Small mammals, once hiding in the shadows, began to rise. Around 50 million years ago, some of them adapted to life in trees. Their eyes sharpened, their fingers could grip, and their brains grew larger. These were the early primates, ape-like creatures. Then, around 7 million years ago in Africa, something extraordinary happened. Climate changes turned forests into grasslands. Some ape-like creatures descended from trees and began walking on two legs. This was a historic shift. Hands became free to use tools. Vision improved. Intelligence grew. Around 2 million years ago, a species called Homo erectus appeared. They learned to control fire. They hunted. They made tools. Human evolution was now in full motion. And then comes the biggest moment. Around 300,000 years ago in Africa, Homo sapiens, modern humans, were born. They had larger brains. They could think, plan, communicate, and work together. Now comes your biggest question. Who was the first human? According to scientists,
All humans today can be traced back to a common female ancestor known as mitochondrial Eve. She lived around 150,000 to 200,000 years ago in Africa. So technically, yes, our lineage traces back to a woman. But of course, men existed too, and together they built human civilization. Another question, why did our brains grow so big? When early humans began cooking food, digestion became easier. This allowed more energy to be used by the brain, leading to rapid brain development. This is how humans began creating tools, art, language, culture, and eventually civilization. Think about it. A creature that once lived in caves is now sending rockets into space. A species that once feared the moon has now walked on it. And now we're planning to colonize Mars.
But here's the truth. The human journey is not over. Evolution is still happening. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll become a completely new species. So next time you look in the mirror, remember this. You are not just a human. You are the result of billions of years of evolution. You carry the entire history of Earth within you. And if you want to explore more such incredible journeys, make sure to subscribe, because behind every documentary like this lies hours of research and effort. Now imagine this. If you woke up millions of years ago, no phone, no clothes, no house, and wild animals all around you, could you survive? This is the story of early humans, the primitive man, who didn't just survive, but learned how to live. From making fire to creating tools, from fear to understanding the world. This was just the beginning of humanity.